Hello guys, these aren't on yet. I'm just showing you what they're going to look like. But I wanted to give you all an update. The pedal cases and knobs have arrived. I'm going to start building these. Now if you notice, these have guitar volume knobs. And these are reserved for the limited editions. They'll be marked a little bit easier so you can see them, so it's not too confusing. But I like the look of these and the colors, so I thought they would be cool for the limited edition ones. So, yeah, I'll just show you real quick. So this one you notice has these more standard size knobs. They're like a slightly rubberized, sorry, there's a cat here. There's so many cats here. You have to excuse that sometimes, but um, they're slightly rubberized, gray with pink. And this is going to be the standard pink one. Now, be aware that the colors on this camera are lighter than they are in person. All right, so the best way I can describe it is this color is kind of accurate, but this color is much darker. I know it's kind of weird, but I'm one of those kind of people. Like, I guess you can have different amounts of color cones, and there's a few amount of people that have 4. It's mostly women. There's a few men that have it, and I'm a man that actually has the 4 cones, so I can see a greater range of colors. So cameras always bother me because the colors are never accurate, but they might look accurate to you, I'm not sure. But this is darker, in my field of view at least. But the colors, I think, look better in person than they do on the camera. So we'll say that. This blue, like I said, is a darker blue. Slightly, it's like halfway between dark blue and navy. This purple actually looks better on the camera. It's kind of a more darker eggplant in real life. And then this, like I said, this is also darker as well. So this purplish pink darker one with the pink knobs with the black lettering, this is going to be for the 4 germanium transistor units. They've came in. Here they are. These bad boys. You know, Russian new old stock from the USSR. I've already tested them. They're all within acceptable limits. 2 of them had around the leakage I expected they would. One had less leakage than I expected, and one had more. But they're all within a usable range. This is going to be a one-off limited edition. This as well, this as well, this as well, and this can be the standard. Now these are 1590 BB2s. So what does that mean? So I got one regular 1590 BB to show you all the difference. Okay, now you see how that case is slightly higher? Now they have the same width and length, but the height is just slightly taller on the BB2s. And that'll give me more more room to work. So that'll make my life easier. So that's why I went with the BB2s. But I did get one regular 1590 BB just to see if it really is that much easier to get the bigger ones. So we'll see, like, going forward if I need the BB2s or if I can make the BBs work, right? Because the BBs are much cheaper than the BB2s. But anyways, yeah, the pedals are coming. I just want to show you that everything's finally arrived. And the last thing I was waiting on, it just arrived yesterday, was the component tester. Yeah. So sorry if my voice sounds weird. Like I said, we were partying for my sister's graduation, and I'm still recovering from that. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, these are all one-offs. This one's 4 of those, and these I got 20. Now, depending on how these sell, it's going to depend on which, like, you know, how many I do going forward. Now, some of the one-offs now these are going to be fuzzes, but I might experiment with some of the one-offs, turning the same circuit into maybe an overdrive or distortion. We will see. I'll let you guys know. And yeah. So that's going to be cool, I think. Now, one thing I want to do, this might not happen early on, but I'll just tell y'all this. So I'm going to, of course, sell some on Reverb. I'm going to put some in local shops. But another thing I want to do is I want to do a build-to-order system. So there will be a few things that you can customize on a standard unit when you order one. That mainly being, I want to give you guys the opportunity to pick what LED color you want. I don't have any pink LEDs, but I'm actually gonna look for some pink LEDs to put into these. If I can find some at a reasonable price, I will. They'll be the standard, but if you custom order one of these, You can pick whatever color LED you want. You can choose to not have an LED. I will build a couple of these without LED for people sensitive to light, like myself. Or I might, instead of doing that, I might just include the LED but dim it so it's not quite as bright as a lot of LEDs. But I don't really want to use blue LEDs or white ones because they are blinding. They are not fun. But I might put blue in this one for continuity. But yeah, but anyways, when you custom order these, when I set up the website, you'll be able to choose whether you want it battery powered, whether you want it, wall wart powered, or whether you would like it to be battery powered but include a clip that gives you both options. So yeah, the one that gives you both options will be while supplies last, because I only have 5 of those. They do cost $5 each, but I'm going to include them for no cost to you guys. Like I said, while supplies last on that front. The one thing I don't have is I actually don't have the barrel adapters for making these wall powered. So I do need to order some of those. That's the one thing I've forgotten to order. Oop, there goes a transistor. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be fun. They're going to be customizable. Like I said, the LEDs, the what type of power you want, and things like that. Yeah, but there'll be a standard sound for these regular ones. And like I said, there will be one-off tweaked ones that come every once in a while. And eventually, I'm going to release, based on this circuit, I will try to also do either an overdrive or distortion as well. The one-offs are a way for me to experiment with that sound and see what we get. Now, they're going to be very uncommon, but there's also going to be stripped-down units. The stripped-down units will literally be no knobs, no switch. It'll just be the full amount of fuzz. You have to put a battery in it, and it works. And if you can't pass any regular audio through those, but those are going to be very rare. I might at least release one of those like once every month or two. But those would only be $50 if you just want the maximum fuzz. Just and you want to save your pennies. But the standard ones, the goal, like I said, is $99 plus shipping. I might be able to charge a little less if I sell them on my own website because Reverb takes a cut. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how big of a cut Reverb's taking. But yeah, I'm glad y'all made it this long waiting for these pedals. And I have this little labeler here from the 60s. I put the label tape labeling, gain, volume, all that, whatnot. I still have the ADHD mods stickers. But I am thinking about, I'm not sure yet, I'm thinking about transitioning the built pedals to ADHD pedals and the circuit bent pedals and circuit bent keyboards, the ADHD mods. So I'm probably going to be ordering some more stickers that are ADHD pedal labeled. And then besides that, I also am thinking of what's going to be the standard design for these, like the artwork. Now, it's going to have to be something simple. Of course, I can't pay to have like these professionally done, obviously, because that, costs a lot of money and you need like a much larger, sales volume. So the logo for these is either going to be a sticker itself or it's going to be a custom stamp. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, whether they're going to be, like I said, a custom stamp or a sticker. Time will tell on that. I am leaning more towards the sticker, but we'll find out. I might have the standard sticker and then like have a custom stamp thing for the special versions. But we'll see. Like I said, we're in the beginning stages of this. Yeah, but I'm going to start building these. Like I said, I'm still recovering, my God, from the partying a few days ago. And I'm going to probably start working on these. I think tomorrow I'll be good to start working on these. But yeah. Not today. I'm still taking it slow today. Well, there you go. There's these pedals. And yeah, if you want to see it, here's that original prototype in this larger case. Now, one thing I will offer you guys is if for some reason y'all want a stereo unit, I can accommodate it. But if you want a stereo unit, it's going to be double the cost, and it's going to have a longer lead time, like a much longer lead time. So I recommend, if you do want stereo, just to get two of the same pedal. It'll be much easier for you, and you'll be able to use them separately much more conveniently as well. Because building a stereo unit is just more of a hassle, because I have to order these really large cases that are very expensive. And even the unpainted ones are like $18 each, unpainted. So a painted one of that size is going to be $25, $30, something like that. So it's not realistic. But yeah, you saw those germanium transistors. I also have these silicone transistors that are got the little metal hat tops. I'm actually going to experiment with those, trying to get a lighter gain version, maybe for an overdrive or a distortion, we'll see. But this is going to be an evolving circuit. Like I said, this first batch of 20 of these are all going to be the same. I'll decide whether I want to keep that design long term or tweak the next large batch. We will see what the feedback from you guys is. So another thing is, I'm not a guitar player. I'm a keyboard guy. Now, I'm not, even with keyboards, I'm not professional, but like, at least I can play a keyboard decent enough to give you guys a demo. But guitar, I just can't do that. And even though these aren't really even, these are actually bass fuzzes, right? But what I actually made these for really is for my keyboardists. My keyboardists, my synth guys, all of us, we get, we're like the redheaded stepchild when it comes to pedals. No one ever thinks about us. So these are going to be tweaked with synth players in mind. All my demos are going to be with synths, but I don't want to alienate any bass or guitar players. So if any of you get these and you are a guitar or a bass player, feel free to do a demo of it and post it, because I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm not one of those, right? Eventually, if we get large enough, I might be able to partner, send one to, those YouTubers, like people send them to them, right? I don't know who I would send one to. Probably the best demoer in the space for like a wide variety of pedals, I think, would be like 60 Cycle Hum, but I'm not sure, right? It's just time will tell what we do on that front. Like I said, if any of y'all buy and y'all are want to demo it, yeah, feel free, because my demos won't be guitar or bass related. Now I will tell you, I have tested these out with guitar. They are more meant for bass. I noticed it was very gated with the guitar, and unless you like actually ran like a preamp or just a clean boost before going to this pedal, it like cut off real easily, like just like that, unless you strummed it real hard. So I recommend, if you are gonna play guitar with this, not bass but guitar, that you do run a clean boost or a preamp first into this. That's my recommendation. Well, there you go. I'm glad you guys are here for the journey. This is going to be awesome. I'm not sure if YouTube will let me add a custom thumbnail. I think they changed it now where you have to have 1,000 subscribers to do a custom thumbnail. But if that's not the case, I will put a picture that I've edited the color to be more true to life, to match, so you can see the colors better. But trust me when I say the color is, it's kind of like the darker. It's kind of like a pencil eraser pink. It's not like this light. This color is the only one that's kind of true to color. And this one's not quite that light either. But the reason I got pink is there's not really many pink fuzzes, and so I thought that would help it stand out, and that was the goal. Even though these bigger knobs kind of have a better look, they're going to be kind of difficult because they're 1 through 10s, and they're, these are going to be easier to read even though they're smaller. And when these are smaller, they're going to give me more room to add in other things if I need to. Well, there you go. That's just a brief explanation on these pedals and what's coming. But yeah, now since these are fully analog, if you want to, you can do the starving battery thing, like a dying battery, and get a slightly different sound out of it. You can try that out. I don't know how far you can take it before it just cuts off. But there's no risk using a dying battery because there's no digital componentry at all. Like, at all. There's not even a single chip in this thing. So there you go. And that's really about it. I'm going to be experimenting, like I said. And I'll give you guys some demos when these are built. All right, I'll see you later.